the season. Now Billy's about with Roy Chubby Brown.
Rap music, you know this rap music? I'm listening to some rap music today. I had no choice. The lad's car was only...
Born and bred in South Bank, Chubby Brown is the most successful comedian to come from the area. Renowned for his rather blue sense of humour, he has been a true Borough supporter since 1957. You're a very successful comedian. Is that what you always wanted to do?
Not necessarily. It come by chance. In the 60s, everybody wanted to be in a rock group, didn't they? You know? So I was a drummer. We formed a band, and that's what we were doing at the time. I thought I would just be a drummer. I thought that I'd always be in bands, and how long could it last? Suddenly I'm doing a show one night, and the power went off. Havoc Neil Workman's Club, and they had this emergency lighting around the stage. So I stands up on the microphone and shouts, "Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic," and then cracked a few funnies about the dark. Can't even remember what I said. But when I got in the dressing room, the bass player said, "We're keeping that in." So what? "Oh, that was dead funny. What we'll do is, when we do the show tomorrow night, we'll turn the gear off." And I said, "Ah, I only did it because I had a couple of pints of lager." "Oh, you've got to keep that in."
You've appeared in numerous TV shows, including Richard and Judy. How did you end up in Richard and Judy? You know, I wouldn't have thought that was the type of show you
she was petrified of me.
Was she?
Yeah. Off the camera, I'd said to him, "The pity about your trolley squeaking, wasn't it?" She was petrified that I was going to swear. You know.
So how did you go?
Well, she was just sat, you know. And then, of course, one of the leading questions to me was something about videos. And I said to Richard, "Well, you know about the videos?" And he was just about to say, "Well, yes, we've got some." And she went, "I don't watch videos, I don't watch videos, I don't watch videos. I wouldn't watch the videos, I wouldn't watch the videos." So, well, you made your point. I wouldn't watch the videos.
Chubby, big Borough fan. Where did it all begin?
We'll have to go back to 1957, 58, when my father took me to Ayresome Park.
Yeah.
When we used to get the trolley bus from Grangestown to Northolmesby, and you turned around at Northolmesby, and then you walked from Northolmesby to Ayresome Park, which took, incidentally, about 40 minutes.
Boyhood heroes. Who were your boyhood heroes?
In sport.
And football, yeah, in sport.
To be honest, that many. It would be unfair for me to say, "Oh, he was," or but obviously, your Bobby Charlton and Brian Clough. I mean, Brian Clough. I love Brian Clough. Yeah. I know he's very, very. Have you ever heard him speak at an after dinner? He's very, very funny. "Hey lad, right lad, hey." And he was great. And Peacock, you know.
Yeah,
Alan Peacock. People like that. Hickton, anybody? Yourself.
Thanks,
I mean,
I'm glad you say that.
Just people who I've grew up with.
So what about an entertainment business? You know,
when we're talking about something different, then I have to talk about Ken Dodd. I have to talk about him as a professional. I admire what he's achieved, you know. Right. It's like my father. There was just me and my father lived together. My mother had left years ago. So me and my father. "Hey, can we shut up, please? We're trying to do an interview here."
Right,
leave that on.
No, you're all right, you can bleep that.
So, what happened is, my father would take me to football. He would also take me to see the entertainment. We would go to Blackpool to see the illuminations, and we would go to the Opera House, and we would go to the pavilions and places like that. You'd have Jimmy Clitheroe on, Norman Evans over the garden wall. You'd have Tony Hancock, Hilda Baker, you know. Yeah. Be soon, Betty. You know. So I've grown up in that way, you know.
Right. When you go to the games, obviously you've noticed, do you receive any stick?
Yeah, because if they're getting beat, I'm the object of their insults. So they see me there, you know. So
what did they say to you?
Just offensive, you know. And you just, I always leave about 10 minutes before the end. If we are getting beat, like last week, I leave before the end. Because they're upset. The heart and soul is in the club. I understand that. I understand that Middlesbrough Football Club is everything to some of the supporters. It's everything. They live, breathe. And so when they're upset, I know how they feel because I'm the same. I stopped after the 3 Wembley appearances that we've had. Yeah. I said, and I quote this, I said, "I'm never going to Wembley again. I don't care. Even within the European Cup final, I'm not going again. Because I can't afford to be that upset again. Because all the way home, I never spoke. And I'm like everybody else. I'm like every other Middlesbrough supporter. I got in the house and I sat and I spit my dummy out. And I'm no manager, I'm no football manager. I see what everybody else sees.
Are you critic? Do you stand up and give a bit?
Oh, you want to hear me? You want to be here in front of me? Are you blind, Robson? You know, I got to do all that, yeah. You want to go to the same opticians? You know, and you do because it's at the end of the day, what Jimmy Greaves always said, it's a game. It's a game. That's what it is. And it's like saying that, but you can feel yourself getting it up, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll sit there and I think, we're at home. What are we doing in our own half? We're at home. What's going on here? You know, what's this forward? Why have a forward line? The word forward means going that way.
Yeah.
You know, what we don't do in our own half? So, and then, of course, the comments behind. You know, all the other comments.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I should sit there with a pen because some of the comments are really funny. You know, Ricard, if you hit that woodwork one more time, you'll get splinters in your head. and I'm like...
Have you seen many games this season?
I've 3 up to now because I've been away. I've done about 55,000 miles this year. But I ring up at 5 o'clock every Saturday, no matter where I am. I've been in Indonesia, Dubai, I've been in New Zealand, I've been in America, and I've rang up on a Saturday at 5 o'clock and make sure I know what's going on. It's just the thing, isn't it?
Of course it is.
If you're a Middlesbrough supporter, it's a thing.
You want to know.
You know.
How do you think it's gone?
This season, I'm a little bit disappointed. Well, this is how I look at it.
Yeah,
as
you're
a
fine.
punter,
You're
as a
fine,
punter, right? How come a £50 million team can't beat a £250 team like Tranmere? I can't understand that. Why? Why don't we have 11 Phil Stamps on the pitch? Oh, aren't brilliant ball players,
The
but
local
the
lads.
heart's there. They want to win. It's all right having ball skills and doing all that when the weather's good and the turf's great and all that, and I can do this and all that. But on the pitch, when it's thick mud and it's raining and it's cold and it's windy, you know, they run about with a scarf and gloves on and woolly mitts. What's all that about? You know, Brian, you know what Brian Clough would have said?
Oh,
Soft as that's what he would have said. You know, exactly, you can't do that. You want people... Sometimes I'm sat there and I think, what's going on here?
What do you think?
Is the management seeing what I'm seeing? Or is it just me? You know?
What do you think of the foreign influx in? Do you think it's killing the game long term?
How can you go... You're a manager, right? But you go into the net, Ben. You're in it. You've got a German, Italian. You've got a Colombian. You've got a Frenchman. Okay?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? If he's no alive, if he's 5 minutes, invite him. You can't tell me Robbo can speak full languages because I've seen Robbo. He can just say speak Geordie. You see what I mean? How can they communicate? If they can't communicate in the dressing room, how can they communicate on the pitch? Well, you know...
They say the game of football is the same language.
I listen to people all the time. I'm sat there at the match and I'm listening to this bloke behind me saying, yeah, but, you know, he says, this player is a great player, but he's not a workhorse. You've got to give him the ball. What does he mean by that? You've got to give him the ball. What do you mean? What's legs for? I can understand that. And I can understand, I'm not, I just... You know, who am I to analysing what's going on the pitch?
You pay your money into it.
And I want success, like every other Borough fan. I want the team to be successful. I want us to go to Wembley. I want us to win something. And when somebody has a go at me, I go, but who won the FA Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that. 108 years of football, what have we won? Oh, well, you know, the greatest day for me was when we beat Oxford, and we went, you know, it was a great day. That was
back in the 70s.
Well drunk that night. Well drunk, you know.
So what about Brian Robson? He's coming for a bit of stick. You know, should he stay? Should he go? What's your
This is
opinion
what
on
I'm
Brian?
saying. I wouldn't ask Brian to sit here, play the piano, play the drums, and walk on stage and entertain 2,000 people. He's got a job to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, I don't know what's going on in the boardroom. Is his hands tired? Is he making the decisions? Some people say, well, he's not always there because he's busy. He's here and he's there. He has to buy players. He has to look at other players. Now, he should be... When Robbo first came to Erston Park,
Yeah.
I was there on a dinner time doing something for a TV. I don't know, I think it was Sky or something. I don't know what it was, but I was doing something. And Nigel Pearson stopped and sat down. And Robbo shouted, "Oh, what are you doing? I told you." And I thought, oh, he's boss here.
Yeah.
And that's when I thought, oh, Robbo's the boss here.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say now. Because some people are saying to me, yeah, well, he only comes when he... I don't know, it's not me. It's just, something's not right, and if something's not right, you've got to put it right. You've got 38,000 people there every week.
Fantastic support.
Yeah. You build it, you know, and the chairman says, well, if it wasn't for Robbo, we wouldn't have this stadium. Oh, did he build it like? Is he a bricky and all? And we wouldn't have this, and we wouldn't have that, and Janino wouldn't have come, and so and so and so and so. You know? I'm not a football manager, but I would like to think he's doing his job best of his ability. And if it's time to go, and if he's saying in the papers, we're then again, we're looking at the papers. We don't have the papers saying on us. Robo, I'll quit the end of the season if they don't book their ideas up. Now I'm a player playing for Middlesbrough. Suddenly somebody threatens me by, you book your ideas up, you're out of a job. I don't think I'm going to play any better. That's not nurtured. That's not kosher. That's not. I'm not going to play any better if somebody threatens me.
So I'm looking forward to your performance tonight. Did you ever see me perform as a player?
I did see you perform as a player, Benny, and I think that's the end of the interview. If you don't mind.
Cheers. See ya. Bye.